Now we are going to talk about how to test our product ideas. You should not be investing deep into inventory units at this time, but rather invest across a wide variety with shallow units. By this I mean test out 20 products with 5 units behind each versus testing out 5 products and having 20 units available behind each one. If possible, I recommend having your test product be something where you can stage the items for a photo and then return the supplies to a store if needed. I also would offer at least 2 to 3 color or size options to start when you are testing a product on Etsy so that you are able to do a full test. Otherwise, if you're just offering one item, one color, or one size, you're really significantly limiting yourself, and it's going to be hard to make this a real test. You're hoping that someone wants this exact size and color of this exact thing. So giving them 0 options is really going to limit the validity of your test. You do not need photos of all sizes. You can offer sizes that you don't have pictured for the purpose of a test. When the listing grows and grows, people are going to be asking you for photos of every size. So you're going to need to eventually get these photos. But for the test, you don't need to have photos of every size. However, you need to have color swatches of every color you're offering available, visible, and you need to really link the color swatch to the color variation if that applies. You don't need to have all sizes pictured, but you do need to have all colors pictured for the test. When you're testing products, I want you to remember this thing. Done is better than perfect, okay? Imperfection is your friend. Don't even overthink anything you're doing. Throw it up there. Just put it up. Done is better than perfect. If it's not a published listing, if it is sitting as a draft, if the items are sitting unphotographed, if your photos are on your phone and you haven't edited them yet, if your inventory is sitting in your closet and it's not a published listing, you are literally wasting money. My number one recommendation when testing a product is to get the listing up within 24 hours of receiving the product or the materials or of creating the design. Your enthusiasm and momentum is at a high, so just get it up, get the listing up, publish it, say do or die, 24 hours, this listing's up. Worry about fine-tuning the listing after it's published. Get it out there in front of people as soon as possible. Otherwise, your money is tied up on inventory that's just sitting in a corner, in a closet, whatever. We need to get the listings up. Another recommendation is to get those photos taken of the item and edited within 24 hours. Your photos need to be better than the competition. Sometimes it's really easy to just let things sit on a shelf on the counter for a couple weeks, and then you keep seeing them thinking, oh, I got to take those photos for Etsy. If you don't do it, it's going to be harder and harder and harder to do it. So just get those photos done. Don't let them sit in your phone. Edit them the same day. When you have free 5-10 minutes, edit those photos within 24 hours. Make sure they're better than the competition. Create that shell listing. So the description, everything, and just add a random photo in order to save it as a draft. It won't let you save a draft without at least one photo in there. So you could just put the word draft or something and screenshot it, put it as the listing photo. Then when you edit the photos, all you have to do is pop them in, pop in your video that you edit, make sure you write in that video, pull in keyword ideas from top selling listings within that category, and publish. Just get it out there. Done is better than perfect. If you are feeling just like really on fire, feeling a little bit impatient, maybe this is what you should do. Run a sale for 48 hours. Advertise from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. both days at the same time. Don't run the advertising overnight. Make sure you have a Pinterest optimized photo, right? You don't need to do something special to set this up or take a special photo for Pinterest. Crop the one you have down, make it long and skinny, just crop it on your phone, plop it in there. Make sure you're pinning it every day if you want this to be a real test, to actually fully test your idea. Blast it on social media right when you publish the listing. Don't wait a week or two to like publicly launch your product. Seek feedback on social media about any sizes, colors, variations that your customers would like to see. So when you post this, say this is a new product in my shop, if you would like to see this in any other colorways or patterns or any variation of this, let me know, because I'm expanding and I would love to do it for you. People will respond, right? Especially your loyal followers, people who are kind of your cheerleaders on social media. They're going to respond. When they respond with an idea of, oh, could you do it in pink? Or could you do it in the tall size? Could you do it in black and white? Then you say, every single person, say yes. Say, I would love to do that for you. And I can even give you a special price, whatever price, make it, maybe 10% off or something, since we would be launching that option after we make it for you. Would you like a custom link to purchase? Always ask that. Otherwise, it's open-ended, right? If you want to close the sale, would you like a custom link to purchase? I can do that for you. What you want at this price, would you like to buy it? Just leave it open-ended. Keep asking questions that keep the conversation going on and on and on. We want to close that sale as soon as someone comes up with an idea for us, and we want to say, yes, we can do it. Here's the price. Do you want to do it quickly? Make that a quick process, not a lengthy back and forth. Now you might be thinking, well, you're talking about running a sale and advertising my item. Like, what kind of discount should I do? Okay, remember, in order to offer discounts, you can always raise the price and then discount it. Don't feel pressure here about having a very specific discount, percent off, and how am I going to do that? I'm going to lose money. Raise your price to the price that you want to be at. Ultimately, if you're comfortable breaking even for your first 10 sales, I would do that. I would 100% do that, because I would rather work for free on 10 items and get those sold and get momentum going than have it take 3 months to get those 10 sales. Your margin is all going to blend out. Think about your margin as quarterly, monthly, whatever number, not just looking at a specific item. Oh, I'm losing money on this one item and I'm not okay with that. Think about the total picture of your margin. Where are you willing to do something at cost, take a hit in order to drive sales and get traction and build momentum? Digital items, 40 to 70% off. Test it with that. This isn't having it consistently 40 to 70% off until you get 10 sales. This is still doing it within that 48-hour sale window. Then take the sale off. You can lower the price if you need to, if you had raised the price to account for this. Print on demand. I would discount the maximum that your margin will allow. Use the profit calculator in the earlier module and consider breaking even or selling at cost, at least for like your first 10 sales on that specific listing. Physical items priced under $15. It looks good to be at 20 to 40% off. Physical items priced from $20 to $50. It looks good to be 15 to 30% off. Physical items priced from $50 to $100. It looks good to be 15 to 20% off. For physical items priced at $100 or more, test it with 10 to 20% off. For physical items, this is really simply a guide. This is not a rule. Nothing's black and white here. This is e-commerce. It's not chemistry. Consider pricing to break even after you're paying yourself for the time to make it, just for maybe your first 10 sales on that listing. The whole point of testing an idea is to see if customers who see it will convert. Update the SEO with the terms that customers are actually using to find the item. So remember on module 6, we look at the listing level data where you scroll to the bottom and you see what customers are actually typing in to come across your listing. And sometimes we don't have those tags and description yet. So that's something you need to add in. Keep an eye on that as you're testing it. But remember, ultimately, we're not testing anything if no one sees it. We're just throwing something up and hoping, hopefully someone will find this. How can it be a real test? If no one is seeing it, if no one is experiencing it, if no one is having the choice to buy it, how are we going to know if anyone would want it? It is your job here to drive traffic organically in order to get this data. This means Facebook groups. I know Facebook groups, that's the one thing people are resistant to do. But honestly, Facebook groups is how I got my first $10,000 by month 4. It's honestly is the warmest lead that you could possibly find. The warmest customer, the person most ready to buy because they're looking for a solution and you're putting it in front of them. Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, Pinterest, Instagram. It's your job to drive traffic organically. You can't just turn on ads and hope that the ads give you enough eyes to see if this idea is good or not. Drive traffic organically because you want to get in front of people who actually are looking for that specific solution. Get at least 1,000 to 5,000 views on an item to see if anyone bites. Do not give up before then.